In the previous lesson, we created a program to calculate the grades and output the result of a student. We used the nested if structure to solve our problem, and now we're going to learn two new operators, the AND and OR operators, and solve this problem in a different way. So what those operators do is testing multiple conditions at the same time. So here, instead of making a nested if statement, we could use the AND statement and at the same time test if the attendance rate is greater than 0.8. This test is only going to return true if both of the tests return true. So this must be true and this must be true at the same time. In this case, we're going to enter inside this if structure. So after that, we can start an elif statement and we can test the other extreme. That is, the average grade is less than 6 and the attendance is less than 0.8. In this case, we know that the student has failed for both reasons. Now let's do another elif statement. And if we get inside here, we know that the student has failed due to an average grade lower than 6. And how do we know it? Because if he had failed for both reasons, we would have ended here. So if we're entering here, it means that he hasn't been approved and he hasn't failed for both reasons. So if the attendance rate is higher than 0.8, at this point, it means that he has failed due to an average grade lower than 6. Now we just need an else statement, and in this case we know that he failed due to an attendance rate lower than 80%. So this is a different way of solving the same problem. Let's test and see if this is working. So let's try 7, 7, 2 in 20 classes. So the student has been approved. Now let's try the other extreme. So 5, 5, 10 in 20 classes. Now he has failed for both reasons. Now let's try 5, 2 in 20. Student has failed due to an average grade lower than 6. And now let's try the last case scenario, which is good grades but bad attendance rate. And we see that this is working the same way. So this is how the AND operator works. The OR operator is similar, but the difference is that when we use OR, only one has to be true for the test to return true. So if we had used it this way, if this returns true and this returns false, this is enough for the test to return true. So that's how you use the OR operator. This is not going to be very useful in this example, but we are going to have opportunities to use the OR operator later in the course. So this was all for this lesson. I'll see you in the next video.